Like this.
Well, I think it's clear.
With his sister, apparently.
Damn.
And people were commenting, were like, oh, yeah, it was like a thing that really happened. And
What?
he talked about, like, in his early songs.
Yeah, I've never heard that
Were
song.
very, I think it was like when, you know, when he was
Yeah.
still in a basement somewhere.
Right.
But they said his early songs were very autobiographical about the abuse he suffered and all that. And I'm
So, how old was he? How old was she?
16 and 32.
16 and 32.
Oh, I didn't catch the very
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, he said, I was 16, my
Holy
sister was 32
shit.
and loose.
I was
Damn.
like, I was making the same face y'all were. Like, what the fuck? I didn't see that coming.
No shit.
Yeah, I thought it'd be something about masturbating in the magazines. I didn't know it was going to be about incest. But, you know, he has a song like that, Darling Nikki. But
Okay.
you've never heard of Darling Nikki?
No.
What the fuck? I thought you listened to, like, that kind of music back then.
I was into that
R&B.
kind of music now.
And
but
you've never heard of Darling Nikki?
sorry, Prince isn't on my 90s R&B playlist.
Yeah, he listened to like.
Present tense. Like, that's my Amazon
Okay,
playlist.
who do you listen to?
Oh, usually like Tupac and...
Yeah, Prince
That's not
wasn't.
R&B.
Well, no, I've got some In Vogue on there, and...
Okay, we're going to pull up the full lyrics.
Oh, okay.
This is Sister by Prince. I was only 16, but I guess that's no excuse. My sister was 32, lovely and loose. She don't wear no underwear. She say it only gets in her hair, and it's got a funny way of stopping the juice. Okay. My sister never made love to anyone else
She
but
needs
me.
to shave if her underwear is causing that much of a problem.
Yeah,
with-
she needs to do some escaping.
Yeah.
She's the reason for my sexuality. She showed me where it's supposed to go. A blowjob doesn't mean blow. Incest is everything it's said to be.
Oh, my.
Oh, sister, don't put me on the street again.
Oh.
Oh,
my
sister,
God.
I just want to be your friend. I was only 16 and only half a man. My sister didn't give a goddamn. She only wanted to turn me out.
Oh.
She took a whip to me until I shout, oh, motherfucker's just a motherfucker, can't you understand? She prostituted him.
That's what it sounds
Oh
like.
my God.
Oh, sister, don't put me on the street again. Oh, sister, I just want to be your friend. I know what you want me to do. Put me on the street and make me blue. Oh, sister, oh, sister. Ooh, that's dark as fuck.
That's something, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I wouldn't have left my shit to no family either. I'd be like, give this to the local zoo.
Yeah.
Like anybody.
Fuck all of y'all.
Jesus, that's sad.
Damn.
I had no idea.
It makes a lot of sense though when you think about like how his androgyny and how, you know, his sexuality and how he was. That makes me very, very sad.
Yeah.
I guess now we know why he was weird about his family. He had every reason to
Oh,
be.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, but in Darling Nikki, that's one of his like songs that was kind of big, and it was talking about masturbating behind the magazines. He was very, and you know, later in life, because you said he was a devout Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
He found religion much later in his life, and he wouldn't play any of his more risque songs ever again.
Right.
So, yeah, Darling Nikki lyrics. I knew a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby masturbating with a magazine. My bad. I thought she was masturbating behind one, but she was using it. Yeah.
Rolled it up.
Just like you do in the hotel lobby.
Goddamn Sears catalog. Fucking that big around.
Why was she?
I couldn't reach this. So.
Well, one good thing though is Prince is considered to be one of the greatest guitar players ever.
Prince was a musical genius.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
he
Played all.
yeah, and I mean was self-taught, and you know.
Yeah, because somebody and it was some big. Maybe Eric Clapton. Maybe
I've heard the biggest names out there talk about. You know.
was in an interview. Was it Clapton? Clapton or somebody like him, and they were like, "How does it feel to be the best guitar player in the world?" And he was like, "I don't know. Ask Prince." I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
But yeah, I mean, like he was acknowledged like a musical phenom.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know, he groundbreaking and innovative, and you know, I think I think people look at him kind of like the way they do Bowie. You know, like, because Bowie's seen as...
I was never impressed with him. Maybe I just never gave his music enough of a chance. That could be it. But
Bowie was... I like Starman and all that. Like the...
Just like I really don't like the Beatles at all.
Oh, I don't. I hate the Beatles.
Or the Stones.
I like a few Stone songs.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love Sympathy
Beast
for
of
the Devil.
Burden.
Yeah, I like Sympathy for the Devil, and I like Yesterday by the Beatles, and the rest of them suck ass.
Yeah, I never understood. I think the Beatles were just like a product of their time. They just hit the right moment or something.
Yeah.
Because they're not that... I've never seen anything earth-shattering about them.
No.
I've never
I mean, none of them
it.
were just phenomenal musicians.
And to me, they were all just kind of weird looking, but whatever.
Just like I think that Jimmy Page is an overrated guitar player because he can't count to 4 and fucking play at the same time. And if you think I'm kidding, listen to Black Dog. Anybody that can count to 4 and keep a beat I can't listen to that song at all. It makes me angry every single time because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it's like okay." Do we really think that he's some genius with time signatures and swapping them every other measure, or could it be that he just lost track of the beat?
It was just a happy accident.
What it was an accident. I posted that. Some of these music sites will be like, "Tell us an unpopular opinion," and I post that and be like, "Yep, Bruce Springsteen's the most overrated singer on the planet."
Now I love me some Bruce.
He's mediocre at best. He just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and that is all. I think that the Stones are overrated. I think the Beatles are overrated. And I had one asshole, I had posted that, and he was like, "Well, where's your album?" And I said, "Well, it used to be on SoundCloud there, smart ass, but whatever." Anyway, so what do we got? We still got 20 minutes. Shit.
Crickets. Let's see.
Really? Well, I ain't heard you talking about nothing, bitch.
Ooh, bitch.
New York City police officers are leaving in droves. 75% increase in quitting or retirement in 2020.
Then haven't they only had like 5% of their expected recruitment?
For them?
Yeah,
I mean,
Well, it's not just there. It's Portland. I think it's Los Angeles. It's like, you know what?
Again, have you seen the environment out there for them? I wouldn't want to be in their shoes.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm so glad Austin didn't get a badge like that.
Yeah.
You know, he can still do his part to help the city and to help the people, and he does. But he's not in that kind of danger every day. I'm glad.
Those guys are so underpaid, too. Because, like, the cops here make, like,
honestly,
15 bucks an hour to put their life on the line every day? I think the fuck not.
Honestly, in the bigger cities, it's not that bad. But, yeah, anywhere smaller than, say, North Little Rock.
What is a reasonable amount for you to risk getting shot every day?
Well, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know what you'd have to pay me to make me want to do it, but I don't think you can afford it.
20, 30 bucks an hour is grossly underpaid.
I'm saying compared to median salaries, around, not for that job. But, like, anything smaller than North Little Rock, they're paid shit.
See,
I mean, they really are.
That's what I don't understand. The people that protect us and the people that teach our kids should be making more than they are.
Yeah.
You would think.
But... See, I wouldn't have a problem with my tax dollars going to that. What I do have a problem with is it going to, like, a new football stadium.
Did you see where the governor is going to not accept the extra unemployment pay in the state of Arkansas?
At the end of...
Yep.
Is it May or June?
Well... Then good. Maybe these motherfuckers will go back to work. Yeah. I mean, shit. And people want to talk about, living wage, blah, blah, blah. They passed a thing like 2 years ago to increase the minimum wage to whatever it was, $15 an hour over a period of like 4 years. It's getting there. Working at Popeyes is not a career opportunity. It's fucking...
It's a starter job.
Yeah, it's a starter job. You have minimal skills, you get minimal pay.
Yep.
But
I agree.
People need to do it.
I know these kids think that, you obviously have money to go to college and blah blah. Like, it's already paid for, or people pay for it right after they're out of college. Pay for that shit for years and years and years. It's not just, oh, you had the money to get an education. No.
I'll be paying on my student loans for the next 27 years.
Well, the other
Unless
thing
I hit
is,
the lottery,
too, guess
which
what?
I never will if we don't play it.
I don't have a college degree. I make decent money.
I wish I didn't.
You have to pay your dues.
Yeah.
You can't expect to be 21 years old.
Yep.
And,
No, I mean, I made good money and I retired with good money, but I worked my way there. And
these kids think that they should automatically just be the CEO or the...
It's just not how it works.
Nope.
You got to start and work your way up, and you got to take jobs that, you got to do things you don't want to do. And because, look, if anybody can handle somebody telling them what to do, and if I can do it, anybody can, because I fucking hate it.
Well, I heard a phrase on one of the Transformer movies, and I don't normally quote Transformers.
He does all the time.
But this happened to be...
It's sort of his thing.
This happened to be pertinent. Sam Witwicky was in a job interview, and the guy said, all right, you can start in the mailroom. And he's like, no, thanks, though. And the guy stopped him. He said, look, fucker, you don't want this job. You want the job after the job. But you have to do this job first.
Yeah, I remember that.
So people need to remember that. You don't, unless you're Chelsea Clinton, you don't get out of college and get a, $800,000 a year job.
Yeah.
Hell, I've got a master's degree, and I'd love to have a job that pays $800,000 a year. Or $800,000 over 5 years.
You can drag that shit out. I'm cool. I'm with.
Yeah, we can extend it. I'm all right with that.
I'm not greedy.
But anyway, what else we got? Anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is another thing off TikTok that so these people had to put their dog down.
Okay.
Because it bit their kid, which, I mean, I get that. But they were so afraid of the dog, they had to put it down, right? I've already said that because it bit the toddler.
Okay.
So they had a photo shoot with the dog and the toddler before they had it euthanized. The dog
That's gross.
Well, first of all, if the kid is sitting next to the toddler, you're not afraid for the toddler's safety.
Yeah.
No.
Or the kid is sitting next to the dog.
Right.
You're like, are you putting it down for convenience, or are you putting it down for safety? Because you can't be doing those things and then the kid is safe.
Or rehome it.
Right. I mean, my thing is, if you really had to put the dog down for aggression, then you endangered the child with your little photo session. And if you didn't, you just killed a dog because it became problematic for you to deal with. And then people started, because people were like ripping them a new asshole.
Good. They fucking should.
Absolutely. And then so people were like, okay, going back through videos.
People might not have got that. I have pretty strong opinions when it comes to animals. Or anything else really.
They were showing pictures and videos of where, like they were allowing problematic behavior, the kid pulling on the dog's ears.
So it wasn't that the dog was aggressive, it's that they didn't want to parent their fucking kid.
Right. And the dog paid. You can't not teach a child how to behave. I'm the first, if a dog is truly a danger, it needs to be dealt with.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. I love dogs. But you can't not teach your child how to act around an animal. Then when the animal defends itself because your kid is constantly hurting it, because I saw the pictures of the toddler. The toddler has no injuries. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying?
So it nipped at it.
Yeah. And so,
So
it just pissed me off all the way around. I've been thinking about it for days.
So here's what happened. It didn't happen to me. It happened. I was told this by a guy I worked with in Little Rock when I was stationed at the air base. It happened to him.
Okay.
Because he had mentioned something about he had to go to court. And I was like, what the fuck do you have to go to court for? And he said that his neighbors were suing him because